Is he dead?
I believe so.
Please tell me he's dead. Today, it's a Warhammer 40k battle report. Necrons Vs Orks. And it's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this battle report. Right, I am ready to go round Richard's house. It's very early in the morning, and I'm going to drop Necron Girl off to school, go to Richard's house, and I have to be back to pick her up from school afterwards. So it's going to be not a quick game, but we're going to be fairly pushed for time. So I thought what I would do is do a few pre-game thoughts for you, because I'm not going to be recording all of the dice rolls in this video. I'm going to be recording end of phase recaps. So hopefully it will be enjoyable. Now I'm playing a brand new Necron list, and this list is based around playing units which I either haven't played yet in 9th edition, or I've played on a very limited capacity, maybe just once. So this list is going to be a Novok battalion detachment. I'm looking forward to playing it. I've got 3 HQs, quite unusual for me to take so many HQs, but I'm using the Skorpek Lord. I'm going to try out Illuminor because, well, I really want to use him because he's such a cool new model. And I've got the Lockhurst Lord. My Lockhurst Lord is going to have the Blood Scythe relic, and I'm going to use Blood Fury Warlord trait on the Skorpek Lord. So, pretty useful. Troops, I've got 10 Immortals with Gauss and 2 squads of 5 Immortals. Basically, I've done the warrior thing quite a lot recently. Is that my alarm? That's my alarm going off. I need to wake Necron Girl up in a minute. It is early. Right, let me turn that off. So professional. So yeah, I've been playing warriors a lot recently, so I thought I would play Immortals. And of course, Gauss. To be fair, I started off with Tesla as the choice, but I was going to take Meferet, and the list developed into a Novok list, so it changed. Elites. Of course, I've got 6 Skorpek destroyers to go with the Skorpek Lord. I've then taken 10 death marks. I've been itching to play death marks quite a lot recently. I just want to try them out. I'm not going to deep strike them or anything. Well, unless I need to, I'm probably going to just deploy them and use the longer ranged guns. And then 15 flayed ones. I have used flayed ones once before in 9th. I liked how they worked, especially with their stratagem. So a unit of 15, they will deep strike. Then I have 3 units of 3 scarabs in the fast attack. They're there to take backfield objectives, basically. And then heavy support. My heavy support choice is 3 units of 3 heavy destroyers. Again, I just want to try them out, but also they're easier to transport than Doomsday Arks or Doom Stalkers. So that is my list. It comes in at 2,000 points. Can't wait to play it. Now, to speed things up, we've already selected the mission so that we can get our secondary objectives already selected. So the mission we're playing is a Strike Force Battle Lines mission. So it's going to be hammer and anvil deployment, 1 objective in each of our deployments and 2 in the middle, so 4 objectives. I've decided to take the mission objective, secondary objective, and that's called Vital Ground. It's basically you get, I think it's 2 points, 2 points for each middle objective that you take, and 3 points for your opponent's objective. I don't think I'll be getting that one. I'll be going for the middle one mainly, unless the flayed ones get lucky. However, I think I can get a good amount of points because I'll be going for the middle objectives anyway, because obviously the primary objective mission is going to be those objectives, so it makes sense. I've then selected, depending on Richard's list, either Bring It Down or Assassination. But if you've got a lot of HQs, I might go for Assassination. I'll probably go for Bring It Down though, to be fair. And then I'm going to go for Stranglehold, which is basically take objectives. Now, You need to be on 3 objectives, so it'll be my objective and the 2 in the middle. It's a big task. My other option was the table quarters, but where the objectives are right slap bang in the middle, I think it's going to be easier to get onto those objectives than it is going to be to get into table quarters. So that's why I've taken that one. So that's going to be my secondary objectives. Okay, so let's have a look at Richard's list and his secondary objectives and get this game underway. Hello Richard, welcome to the channel once again.
Hi, nice to be back.
And of course Richard has his own YouTube channel linked in the description below, so don't forget to check it out. Right Rich, let's have a look at this orc list of yours.
Yeah, it's a double detachment. I've got a Supreme Command with Gaz, and then I've got a battalion. I've got Beast Boss with Weird Boy and Makari as my HQs. I've then got 10 Snagger Boys, 10 Snagger Boys, 20 Boys. Pretty much all standard except the knob set have claws. 11 Gretchen. Then I've got an elite of 5 Commandos and 10 Tank Busters with 3 Screw bombs.
Yep.
2 fast attack choices, 2 units of Street Bullies, a unit of 2 and a unit of 1.
Okay.
That's how you can get an upgrade.
Yep.
A unit of 6 War Bikers. He's a knob and he's got a big chopper.
Okay, so using proxies obviously because you're waiting for your minis to come.
Yeah, they're supposed to be arriving today. A battle wagon, which Gaz is going into now.
Okay, by himself, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, he's going to have Weird Boy and that, but it takes up 18 slots. Back and take 20.
Cool.
And a bare bones truck, which the 10 Snagger Boys are going in.
Okay, excellent. And talking of proxies, I'm using 2 destroyers for heavy destroyers.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to build and paint my new Locust destroyers.
Yeah.
Okay, right, here we go. Oh, and for reference, all detachments are all goth. Okay, here we go. We have deployed. I've put the Death Marks and Flayed ones both into reserve. On this building here, we've got all of the destroyers with the Scarabs on the back objective and to the side. And then we've got all of the Immortals and Illuminor on that flank, and over here of course the Skorpek Lord and the Skorpek Destroyers flanking over there on this side of the table, which it is very much on this side of the table at the moment. He's infiltrated these, who are they? Commandos, yeah, and the rest is lined up here with his objective securing grots taking the backfield objective. The other 2 objectives of course are under these 2 buildings to the side. So we are ready to find out who is going first. Richard, do you have your dice ready? Okay, here we go. Who's going first? I get a 4, you get a 4. It's a re-roll, how exciting. I get a 6, you get a 1. I am going first. Okay, Necrons, turn 1.
Possibly helps me out a little.
Going to help you out, is it?
Yeah, a little.
We'll find that. You're expecting me to go forward, aren't you?
I'm not expecting you to go back.
Okay, so Richard's secondary objectives are Stomp 'em good, retrieve Octarius data, and engage on all fronts. In the end, I've taken bring them down, as well as my other 2 which I talked about earlier. So let's do this. Necrons, turn 1. Okay, end of the Necron turn 1. So, over this side I moved the Skorpek units up towards the objective. They are holding that objective. And over here I moved slightly forward and spread out, trying to stop multi-charging. However, pretty sure that Richard will be charging. He's even measuring it up already. Illuminor made these +1 to strength, and then I started shooting. So I shot the 2 units of heavy destroyers on the right hand side into the truck, and I managed to destroy it. The others here split fire because of what they could see, and I killed a commando. And then these guys rapid fired into the commando and killed the rest of them. And then the other immortal sitting at the back, and these here shot into these, what are these? Beast Snagger?
Beast Snagger Boys, yeah.
No, these ones.
Oh, War Bikers.
Okay, the War Bikers, and I killed 2 of them, including one Is it like sergeant?
No, I didn't kill two.
Two normal ones. Okay.
I was going to kill him, but I thought because of the leadership, he's better to have.
Yeah, so I killed two of them basically. Yeah. So, I didn't get any points, but we are now moving in to the Orks turn 1. Okay, so command phase for the Orks, and Richard does a massive wah. So, these guys have moved, they've advanced a massive amount right in my face, and of course they can assault because of that special rule. Apart from that, we've got Skarsky and Hutch over there who just drove around the corner, and those guys at the back there did the Octarius data retrieval stratagem. No, objective. Yeah. Okay, so that was the movement phase. Into the shooting phase. No, you've got us. Have you got Psyker? You've got the weird boy, haven't you?
Yeah, weird boy.
Weird boy. Okay.
He's going to do two. He's going to do Fist of Ork and Warpath on Gaz.
Okay. Okay, so the nasty weird boy has a beefed up Gaza. He's got an extra 1-inch charge. He's got 3 extra attacks. And he's got +2 to strength. So he's going to be very nasty. Okay, here we go. The shooting phase. Okay, end of shooting phase. All of these guys at the front shot into my immortals at the back. I lost 2 of them. I didn't reanimate any. And then the rest of the guns shot into my heavy destroyers on the right here. I lost 2 heavy destroyers, and I've got 1 destroyer left on 1 wound. Okay, we are now in to the assault phase. Okay, here we go. Assault phase. Yeah, Gaza, he absolutely obliterated my 5 immortals. Literally obliterated. However, with lots of stratagems used, I managed to do fairly well over here. First of all, I overwatched, and I took 2 wounds off of one of the bikes. And then I interrupted because Gaza went first, and I used another stratagem to give me +1 to strength, which Illuminor earlier made them +1 to strength. So effectively I was strength 6. So yeah, I did pretty well, killing 2 bikes in close combat. I then lost 2 immortals after 2 got back up. So it's 3 immortals versus 2 bikes as it stands. So that is the end of Ork turn 1. So it's Necrons turn 2. Okay, Necron movement phase. So I shuffled these immortals back with the scarabs, and I've brought in the flayed ones just there, eyeing up Gaz just because, well, looks like fun. In the meantime, these guys have fallen back towards the objective, taking that objective for now. Over here I did living metal, of course, on this one here. Illuminor still needs to buff this big squad of immortals. Let's do that now. So let's see what we get. We get a 1, so that's again +1 to strength. Alright, that is it. No other moving. So I'm going to go into the shooting phase. They advanced, fell back.
They fell back.
Yeah. Okay, end of the shooting phase. My heavy destroyers managed to take out the truck, and then a Luminol shot into Thraka and failed to do any damage, and then the Immortals shot into Thraka and did the 4 wounds. So that's it. We're going to move into the assault phase. I'm going to attempt to assault the flayed ones onto Thraka. So we are 9 inches away, so we need a 9, but
I'm going to take you.
You're going to do something?
Yeah, you're 9 inches away, that means I get 16, 2, 3.
What are you doing? Overwatching, are you?
Yeah.
Overwatching coming up.
So I get 2 through.
2 through.
1 wound.
1 wound.
It's -1, 2 damage, I think.
Okay, so
Yeah,
-1, save.
I think I'll
Double check it. Okay, my assault range, I get +1 because of Novok. We get 7. I'm going to re-roll that for a command point. 6. Okay, so that is it. End of turn 2 for Necrons. I did get 2 points for being on this objective. I got 3 points for the primary objective, and I got Stranglehold, yes, that was it. So I got yeah, so I've got some few points racking up. However, yeah, I've got problems. Here we go, Orks turn 2. Okay, end of movement phase. We've got the bikes going towards my Scarabs, Thraka, who's planning to do a Congo line down here, I'm sure. These guys here are eyeing up to shoot and probably charge my Immortals. At the back, not too much happening. The little grots there have moved into that table quarter and have deployed the Octarius data targeting relay thingy. Okay, shooting phase. My flayed ones took a bit of a hammering. I used a stratagem, -1 to hit. The bikes shot in with their plethora. So many dice shooting into the flayed ones, plus Thraka as well. I lost 5 of them, even with RP. And then those tank busters, surprisingly, just found out, can shoot through a building. So they don't need line of sight. They shot here and killed one of my heavy destroyers, and I think that was it. Yeah, that was all the shooting. Okay, we're going to move into the assault phase. Okay, end of the assault phase. Thraka did what he does best, and he assaulted 2 units of destroyers, killing them both. And then he just stood on the terrain looking pretty. In the meantime, the bikes came in, killed 2 Scarab bases. I failed to do any wounds back. However, we're down to 2 models each on the objective, so it is now contested. I failed to score my 5 points from that in my next turn. However, over here, the big squad of... Are they the Beast Snaggers, yeah? Yeah, Beast Snaggers. They assaulted my Scarabs. The idea to assault them and then consolidate into my Immortals to stop my Immortals from shooting. However, in the ensuing fight, I used a stratagem to give +1 to Strength, which means I was at Strength 6, which worked really well, especially with the Novok -1 AP. And yeah, I managed to kill all of them, apart from the Knob, who's on 1 wound. However, I still can't shoot. So, that was that. We're going to move in now to Necrons turn 3. Okay, Necron movement phase turn 3. So I have shuffled about quite a bit. I moved my Skorpek Destroyer Lord, Skorpek Lord, which I'm now going to call Dave. I moved Dave there, and then the heavy destroyers just moved back slightly as the Destroyer Lord and the Scarabs from over there came over to this little blob. And then the flayed ones coming up to the edge of the building next to Gaza. These guys were locked in combat. I did bring 1 Immortal back, so they're back to full strength from Illuminor, and Illuminor's moved his 8 inches up towards these guys sitting on this objective. And then the death marks have come in just there on top of the building in a central position. So we are now going to shoot. Okay, end of the shooting phase. My heavy destroyers did take 4 wounds off of Thraka. He's now down to 4 wounds. He is more powerful the less wounds he has. However, my flayed ones do have a bit of a task. See if they can do it in the assault phase. In the meantime, Illuminor managed to explode Skarsky and Hutch in their truck. So that was pretty good, because that's one of my secondary objectives. And then the death marks. They shot into this guy that was very nasty in close combat earlier, and I rolled 0 6s to wound, only 2 wounds because he was toughness 6, and Richard saved them both, so I did nothing. Okay, let's move in to the assault phase. Okay, assault phase. The flayed ones fouled miserably. I even used the stratagem to give them +1 attack. And yeah, they didn't roll well, to be fair. Yeah, he's still standing there. He's down to 2 wounds, so to be fair, Richard also, you rolled pretty well on the save, didn't you?
Yeah.
So it did make a difference. Otherwise he would have gone. However, he is there with 2 wounds.
I think I failed 2 saves. Yeah.
Wow, that is a loud mobile phone ring. Okay, so the Destroyer Lord killed 1 bike, and the bike killed a Scarab. We are now both on the objective there. I've got the Scarab within 3 inches though as well. And then over here, Illuminor fouled miserably as well. No invulnerable save really made a difference. He did assault this guy here, and that guy killed him. However, I used the stratagem and I managed to get him back up with 3 wounds. But yeah, that is it. Oh, you're on 3 wounds, aren't you, there with that guy?
Yeah.
3 wounds left. Okay, that's it now. So we're going to move into turn 3 for the Orks. Okay, here we go. Movement phase. The bike has fallen back over here. Gaz has come down the building. Take your wounds with you, boy. He's down the building there, eyeing up my immortals. He's been buffed once again from the weird boy. Horrible, horrible buffs. This guy has come closer to Gaz. Over here, nothing happening, but these guys have just come in from reserve. And that was it. So we are moving in to the shooting phase. You've done that?
I'm just about to do it.
I thought you just did it.
Yeah, I've done one. I'm not. Yeah, you've done it. Yeah.
Yeah, done it. Yeah. Shooting phase. Okay, into the shooting phase. I lost a heavy destroyer from the tank busters, and then I just found out these things at the back can shoot through buildings as well.
Well, I have been doing it all the game, but yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Well, I don't think you've actually shot something that's been hidden.
Well, I've been shooting all that stuff on the...
Okay, maybe I didn't realise it was them shooting then. Anyway, I've just found out they don't need line of sight. Ouch. Targeted my death marks, but I did only lose 2. Over here, Thraka shot into my immortals and I lost 1. Yeah. And then over here, these guys shot into Illuminor and didn't do any damage. So we are now moving in to the assault phase. Okay, assault phase. Thraka and Morkai, is it? Got into close combat and annihilated my immortals. Not a save, no RP, just dead. And the same thing happened over here. These Orc boys came into the assault and just annihilated Illuminor. So that is it. We are moving into turn 4 for the Necrons. Okay, movement over. I'm playing the mission, of course. I'm going to have trouble getting this objective, which rules out my stranglehold, unfortunately. But we've just looked at the points. It is very close. So what I've done is I've moved the Dave, the Scorpic Destroyer Lord, Scorpic Lord, that's it, Nick. The Scorpic Lord over towards the bike with the heavy destroyer, getting the heavy destroyer out of range of the stuff that was shooting me. I've then just shuffled these around. I need to kill Thraka in the shooting phase. I've only got 1 heavy destroyer and the death marks left, so that's prime target. Kill Thraka. Right, first of all, the heavy destroyer shooting at Thraka. We need 3s, re-rolling the 1s. We get them all through. We are strength 10, so we need 3s. 1 misses. There we go, Rich. 2 invulnerable saves, so 4 up.
No.
No.
What's the damage?
It's 3 plus D3. You got to feel no pains, yeah?
6, yeah.
Okay, so we've got a 6 and a 4.
3 and 1, 4, so 10.
10 altogether. 10 5s. Well, actually, you only need 5 5s, don't you, to keep them alive?
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10.
Rich is picking up his best rolling dice. Do you think you can do this, Rich? Do you think you can do it?
I need 9 6.
9? Not 5s, no? Feel no pain?
I know. Problem isn't it?
Oh, okay. Right. There we go then.
No.
Not quite. Is he dead?
I believe so. I don't.
Please tell me he's dead.
Because I don't believe I can bring him back in.
You better not be able to bring him back. If he does, I'm going to pack my models away and go home. He's desperate. He's desperate. He's keeping me waiting.
I'm just double checking.
Come on, he's got to be dead, Richard.
I think he is.
He's got to be dead, surely.
Yeah, I'm just making sure it is.
Look at all these notes. My God, that is some serious business.
Yeah, no.
He's dead.
He's dead. It's in the fight phase. I think.
Celebrate, come on, good times.
He's dead.
Ah, what a mission that was. Right, okay. Death marks next. Okay, so the death marks shot at this guy. I was hoping to get some 6s, mortal wounds. I only got 1, so I took 1 wound off. He's got a 2+ invulnerable save. How nasty is that? Over here, I shot the Skorpek Lord into the biker, took a couple of wounds off, and then I assaulted him and killed him in the assault. So, I've cleared the back of the board off, except for this guy. However, we've got lots of orcs left as we move in to the Orks turn 4. Okay, Orks turn 4, this guy just hid behind there. These have moved over into this quarter and deployed the targeting relay, and then these guys have just moved up. And then over here we've got some movement with this, or both vehicles, just moving up here. Richard smited out 2 of my death marks from the psychic attack. Okay, in the shooting phase I lost 1 Skorpek destroyer and I got a wound on another one. I lost a bunch of death marks, just 2 left, and that was it. No assaults. We're going to swiftly move in to Necrons turn 5. Okay, so here we go. We've worked out the points. It's incredibly close. I need to kill some vehicles because that's the only way that I can get points with what's left on the table. So I've moved up my Skorpek destroyers. They need a massive 10-inch charge. It could be done. I've got 2 death marks eyeing them up through the gap as well. In the meantime, these guys have just gone onto the top of the building. They're going to try and shoot out some characters, and the Destroyer Lord, the Locust Lord, whatever you want to call him, he is there. He's going to go up against back off. No. Morkai. Makai. McCarvey. Okay.
Lou McCarvey.
Okay, shooting phase. I shot these 2 guns and I managed to kill the weird boy. The 2 death marks shot into that truck at the back and missed. And then I rolled my assault. I needed a 10 and I rolled a 10. They are in. Okay, so I managed to kill 1 of those vehicles. We've got 1 left with 2 wounds. I lost a Skorpek destroyer and I've got 1 down to 2 wounds. We're moving into the very last turn, turn 5 for the Orks. We just remembered the Destroyer Lord didn't fight, so we did that and I killed that guy. He's dead. Yay! Okay, so Orks had their turn, killing my Destroyer Lord and then consolidating onto the back objective over here. I managed to kill the vehicle, so that was useful. That gave me maximum points for Bring It Down. I did do fairly well on vital ground, getting this objective the whole of the game. I could have got more points though if I'd managed to get over here, but I didn't. And I did lose a little bit out on Stranglehold because I couldn't get 3 objectives. However, we've added up the scores. It is very close. It is 8 points difference, 72 to the Necrons and 80 points to the Orks. A fantastic, fun and close game. Thank you, Richard, that was awesome. Really enjoyed that. It's nice to see 2 different lists.
Yes, and it was extremely close.
It was close, yeah, it was all to play for.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fact that I was able to put Gaz through your back line,
yeah, that,
and stop you coming forward.
Yeah, and I tried not to panic. I thought, don't panic, because it's not all about what you can kill.
No.
Okay, so there you go. So yeah, the game has ended. I'm home now, and like I just said in the battle report there, try not to panic. And I didn't panic. I just took my time, and I knew that Thraka was going to be very nasty, and I knew that he was going to probably eat through quite a few of my units. But I focused on the mission. I gradually took wounds off of him. I'd like to have killed him 1 turn earlier, but sadly my flayed ones let me down. Not because flayed ones were bad, but that the dice rolls weren't in my favour, and Richard did save very well. However, I'm very happy with the game. It was a hard fought, intense game. Richard playing very well and very aggressively, like he always does. He really puts the pressure on you turn 1, and Orks are perfect for doing that. Getting straight into close combat early, the smaller tables making it very difficult for Necrons. And well, Thraka, I've been told, I think it's like 300 points. He's very, very good for his points. However, yeah, I'm happy with the results. I mean, it was very, very close, high scoring game. I only lost by 8 points, very marginal, and really what let me down was not getting that objective on the right hand side. My Immortals just a bit too slow pushing forward, and to be fair, even if I'd got there, Richard was heavily deployed on that side, so it just would have made my job very, very difficult. Potentially, Richard said I could have taken a different secondary maybe, but there aren't too many other secondaries that I could have taken that wouldn't either have hampered my ability to do what I did on the table by doing actions, so like raise the banner or something, and also table quarters. I just wouldn't have got into the quarters. I mean, I couldn't get on the objective on that side, let alone all the way over into Richard's quarter. So I think I actually played the right secondaries. I maxed out on the bring it down secondaries. I got a good amount of points for the mission secondary, and I think I was only 5 points away from primary points. So all in all, very happy with it. Like I said, just a close, high scoring game. It was fantastic to see some of the newer units which I haven't really played in 9th edition on the table. Death marks were a massive letdown. To be fair, I probably played them wrong. Ideally, and as I said right at the beginning of the video, I wanted to deploy those death marks, but there was just nowhere to deploy them. I wanted a little building, a little tower to put them in, and I didn't really have the space. I wanted those heavy destroyers on the building for line of sight. And Richard had a unit in reserve, so I thought, well, maybe I'll put mine into reserve, bring them down later, which I did, but well, they didn't shoot very well. I'm going to try them again because you need to test things out a few times, not just once. The Skorpek destroyers, of course, as always when I use them, just sat on an objective, not really doing much, but clearly when they got in, they did a lot of damage. So like I said, they didn't really do much, but they did, because they got me 2 points every turn on that objective. Heavy destroyers, they need more shots, I feel, for the guns. Just one shot each wasn't really enough, and yeah, I could have changed the different guns, but I think that strength 10 is what's needed for them. So I mean, they were okay. They weren't like really, really bad, and what was good about them is they were easy to transport to Richard's house. So yeah, I'll play them again, have another go, and probably actually play that same list again, I think, because it was a lot of fun. And whilst usually I do go for objective securing Dynasty with the pre-game move, it was lots of fun playing the Novok Dynasty, and they were actually pretty good, especially those Immortals with the Novok ability, the -1 AP really helping them, and of course with Illuminor buffing them as well, although I got plus strength on both of my buffs. Maybe I would have been better off if I'd rolled like a toughness or ballistic skill, but I got +1 strength, but it still did pretty well. So overall, I'm happy with that. Hope you enjoyed the game, and I'll see you in the next battle report.